Welcome. We're here at MIT during Kaspersky Startup Week. We're used to seeing the MIT teams of students, which, as good as they are, they're not as polished as the startup teams that we're seeing now. They've been out in the market and they've been at it for a while, so they've really focused on the value of the proposition that they're making. So here we have the next team, and I'm going to ask him to please describe his idea.
Hi, I'm Dotan Bornoy. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Resec Technologies. Resec prevent threats from entering and penetrating within the organization. Current solutions like antiviruses, Sandbox, FireEye, and so on are trying to estimate or to guess whether or not content is malicious or not. We are offering a different solution, a different way of looking at the problem. We, instead of detect, we prevent threat. We don't believe you need to detect the threat in order to prevent it from entering the organization.
Great, and so I think one of the advantages that you have, and he has a great presentation that he was showing us earlier, and where he breaks down this image to illustrate what he does with files. But he actually does go in and inspect for the known file types all of the different components of this file. And so you can think of it as this great hierarchy that's really under this file that you see on your file system. And he can actually identify things that are risky. So maybe you can mention a little bit more about that.
Yeah, of course. So the solution we are using, the technology is, we call it CDR, Content Disarm and Reconstruct. When you receive an email, as an example, you have a body and you have an attachment. The body and the attachment both can have different layers inserted to them. A simple example will be a link in the signature within the email, or within a PDF, some sort of a script someone has embedded within it. What we actually do, we reconstruct those files to the small little bits and bytes, and then we decide which element. We're doing a whitelisting of the elements of those files, and we regenerate a new file with only the elements that we are prepared or approved per that user to receive. So you receive the file, it's reconstructed according to the policy of the user, it's rebuilt and then sent to the user. And what we discovered in the organization is that while there's a certain small percentage of users that are the IT, there are sometimes the developers that are receiving more complex executable scripts and so on, sometimes the entire operational systems. Those users are the small percentage. 90-something% of the organization have a very strict file type policy that the users suppose or should receive. And those files we are able then to reconstruct and regenerate according to that policy and make sure those users are receiving a clean, safe files.
It's interesting. It reminds me, as you described it, of the early days of PCs when anybody could walk into the environment with a PC that could do anything. Yeah. And I think that's a little bit of what we have now with files. These files can do anything. And so if we had a technology that could actually sanitize them, much like our own machines get sanitized, I think this could go a long way towards solving a big problem or making a big dent on the security problem. Yeah. So maybe you want to mention your website?
Yes, so please visit our website. It's re-sec.com for more information, for references. The solution is in production for over a year with large enterprises, financial, telco, as well as infrastructure and healthcare. We would be happy to send more information and more data, and thank you.
So you have a great idea. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.